Well, that leads to a question Steve Audience knows I have to ask because I ask everybody.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen a flying saucer and or a ghost?
No flying saucers, no sci-fi-ish stuff, but some spooky things have happened.
One.
Yeah, I think, with ghosts, I think the thing with ghosts is like, I'd like to believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily not believe it. I'd like to believe it. And like, whatever. When I was in Edinburgh, visiting my daughter, was studying abroad, and we went up to Edinburgh in April. And we were in, have you ever been up there?
To Edinburgh? No.
Oh, it's the world's creepiest place. It is. It's creepy. It's good, delicious creepy. There's a Greyfriars Kirk, which is a churchyard filled with the most terrifying graves you've ever seen. And that whole area, just the vibe of that is just creepy. It's just, there's something there. You just know there's something there. And in fact, that's where J.K. Rowling would walk around. She would sit in the cafe and look out in the old graveyard, and then she would walk around this graveyard, and that's where she got the names from a lot of her characters. There's the grave of Moody. There's the grave of I'm so tired. I get like, it's been a long day. I apologize, but who's the bad guy? The big bad guy?
Voldemort.
Yes, Voldemort. So what's his Tom Riddle? There's a grave for Tom Riddle in there. So it's super creepy in that way. But that area is really creepy. And then we went and visited a castle on one of the trips into Scotland. When we were there, we did like a road trip. And there was this one room in the castle where there was like this doll on this bed. And it was like a 4-poster bed. And it was creepy. I don't know what it was. It was creepy. It was not right. Okay. So then afterwards, like 2 days later, we're back in the bed and breakfast, and we're watching TV, and there's like America's, not America's, forget it. England's like most haunted houses and stuff like that. And they had this castle, and they had that room, and the guy stayed overnight in their room, and the doll was jumping around. I'm like, I knew it. I know. So that's a little secondary. I realized this, but still, I knew it was not right. So like I would get vibes of things, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. What about you?
Yes, but every time I tell it, I end up cutting it out of the show because it's wildly inappropriate for a middle grade theme podcast. Yes, I have seen something that I believe to have been a if not a ghost, a darn good impression of one. And eventually, when I figure out how to tell a nice G-rated story, by golly, esteemed audience.
All right.
I won't keep it to myself forever.
But I've also had those dreams where like a premonition kind of dream, like when a friend had died. I didn't know it. And around that time at night, that they were just sitting next to me. I was dreaming that they were sitting next to me, and they were wearing a black veil, and they had like black lace gloves on, and they weren't talking. They were just smiling. And then I found out that they died that night. That was really, that was, like there's something there, Yeah.
Something strange about the way the universe functions, where once in a while I see something and I get right up short of don't define it, because once you start defining it, then you start creating rules, and this is what we have to eat and when we have to eat it, and we're all going to dress this way. But
there's something there. There's something there. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.